Do you suffer from floppy tools in your shop? Is the bead roller weak, wobbly, and completely useless? Look at this disaster. It flexes, it shakes, it bends when you need it most. No control, no precision. No chance of clean sheet metal. Hours wasted, projects ruined. Frustration through the roof. Don't you wish there was a better way? Stop struggling with floppy tools that just don't perform. I wish my tool wasn't so floppy.
Me too.
Because help is finally here. Alright, so in all seriousness, I really do need to fix this. This thing is pretty much unusable with how wobbly it is. Even if you get someone else cranking it, it walks all over the place. So we're going to make a stand for it that'll make it a ton more stable. That stand is going to be on casters. Like my press, I have a small garage, so that way I can kind of move stuff around where I need it. And I also got a motor for it. Alright, well, step one, we got to take this thing apart. Alright, so we're going to mark this 2x4 to 32 inches. Alright, so now what we're going to do is prep all of our edges that we're going to weld, because I'm going to TIG weld these, so it needs to be super duper clean or it's not going to weld very good. So we're going to prep the ends on this one because it's going to butt into these guys, and then I need to prep the centers on these. I'm going to wipe all these prep surfaces down with acetone to get any residual crap off of them. See, all that stuff will piss off your TIG welder. Like a lot of times with a MIG, you can just kind of chomp through a lot of stuff. That will give you a very bad day on a TIG. Ain't the best, but I'm getting better. I was at work today and I got the notification that we passed 50 subscribers. So I just wanted to take a second, tell you guys thank you. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. And I wanted to give you kind of an overview of where we're going to be going in the next couple months here. We're going to get the sliders and the rear bumper finished on Merle. I've got some interior mod stuff to do to make it more comfortable so the wife and the daughter won't complain when we go wheeling up in the snow and whatnot. Then we're going to do a full stainless exhaust and headers from scratch. Not the headers from scratch, but the exhaust from scratch. And then we're going to wheel the heck out of it in the snow all winter long. And while we're doing that, and there'll be non-stop content with Merle actually out in the wild doing truck things, we're going to switch gears over the winter. And I got these two cars right here. So I want your guys' input. This is going to be our heavy fab over the winter. We've got a 60s GM, and that would be airbags and maybe some motor upgrades, a cam, new exhaust, stuff like that. And then we got this guy, and that's an 80s GM, and I've got a full setup for hydraulics in that guy. So what would you guys rather see? They're both going to happen, but what would you like to see first while we're beating Merle up off-road trying to break him over the winter? And then once the snow gets kind of crappy and it's not quite spring yet, we got some more goodies for Merle. The orange dually will be done in October. That's going to go and be in a parade. But for Merle, come early spring, late winter, we got some drivetrain. Oh, where's my hand? There it is. We got some drivetrain upgrades. So it's going to be getting a built tranny, a 4-to-1 underdrive, and a twin stick NP205, and that'll be before spring so that next year we can tear this thing up on the Rubicon and Fordyce. So thank you again for everyone that has subscribed, and if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for, dude? We're gonna do some awesome stuff. Alright, well, let's figure out getting this motor on here. Doesn't really come with any destructions, so we're just going to have to figure it out. I think we're good. You got your motor output, and then it's got like this little push drive that keys on here with a flat spot and then a set screw to lock it in place on this, and then it also pinches right there, and then that drives your gears that engage, and that drives your rollers. So let me reset this camera up and we'll get it put together. Now comes the really fun part. Now that I made this thing weigh 4 times as much, I'm going to try to put it on here and not look like a complete idiot in the process. But that's probably not going to happen, and I'm going to look like an idiot. Here's your switch for what direction you got: off one way, the other way. And watch the gears. Switch directions. Love that. That way you don't have to sit there and turn a speed knob on the motor. That's why I ended up buying a motor. I waited for it to be on sale. So it was like 20-25% off, something like that, even though they're still kind of spendy, but I really wanted that progressive switch with the potentiometer in it. So that way, as you hit a corner or a curve, you can slow down real easy, and then when you hit a nice long straight spot, you can just cram that thing down and jam through it without having to adjust any settings on your box itself other than the direction. So this is just phase 1. I'm going to It'll end up getting painted all the way. I'm gonna add a holder for the pedal, and I need to add some more of this stuff on the other side so that I can hold more dies for this thing, because I can already fill this one side, so I need storage on the other side for the other dies that I have and any that I get in the future. That way it'll be more expandable. Finally, my tool's not floppy.
No, it's not.